Casinos love to make everything look exciting. Flashing lights, loud sounds, and promises of huge wins. But here's the truth. Not every slot is your friend. Some of the most popular machines, the ones everyone recognizes, are actually the worst games to play if you care about your money. They look fun, they sound fun, but behind those shiny screens are low payouts, bad odds, and features made to keep you spinning, not winning. So today, we're breaking down 20 of the most overrated, overhyped slot machines that eat your balance faster than you can say big win. Get ready, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which slots to walk away from the next time you hit the casino. Let's get into it. Machine number 1, The Price is Right, IGT. You know the saying, come on down. Well, you might want to stay up for this one, because the Price is Right slot by IGT is one of the biggest letdowns on the entire casino floor. It's based on one of the most beloved game shows of all time. Colorful, nostalgic, instantly recognizable. So when this slot hit casinos, people rushed to play it, expecting fun bonuses and wild wins. But what they got was disappointment wrapped in nostalgia. Here's the deal. The RTP is only 93%. That's 3 full percentage points below the industry average. For every $100 you play, you're statistically losing $7 more than you should. And the worst part? It's boring. No creative features, no innovative bonus rounds, just repetitive spins and dated graphics. Players expecting Bob Barker energy got something closer to Excel spreadsheet simulator. Why so bad? Because of licensing fees. Every time a company like IGT buys the rights to use a famous TV brand, they have to pay huge royalties. And those costs? They come straight out of your pockets through lower RTPS. So when you sit down to play The Price is Right, you're not just gambling, you're funding the licensing deal between IGT and CBS. Players online call it a nostalgia trap. It's bright, it's familiar, it makes you smile for 5 minutes, then quietly drains your bankroll. You're paying to see flashing lights and old show logos, not to actually win. Bottom line? If you want to relive your TV memories, watch reruns on YouTube. If you want a fair game, walk right past this one, because the only thing you'll be winning here is regret. Machine number 2, Buffalo Slots, Aristocrat. Ah yes, the mighty Buffalo. You hear that Buffalo roar echoing across every casino floor in America. It's the most famous slot of the last decade. Big graphics, epic theme, glowing golden animals everywhere. But here's the truth no one tells you. Buffalo is a bankroll-eating monster disguised as a crowd favorite. Let's break it down. The RTP, 94.85%. Below the industry average of 96%. Doesn't sound like much? That tiny difference adds up fast. It's the gap between, hey, I played for a while, and, wait, where did my $200 go? Buffalo has 1,024 ways to win, which sounds incredible, until you realize it's an illusion. More ways to win doesn't mean you win more. It just splits your payouts into smaller crumbs, spread across multiple lines. Instead of one big satisfying win, you get a bunch of almosts that barely cover your bet. And the volatility? Through the roof. This game is built for marathon sessions. Long, painful dry streaks, followed by the occasional half-decent bonus. If you've ever sat for 40 spins waiting for those 3 coins to line up, you know exactly what I mean. Casinos love Buffalo because it's sticky. Players trust it, they recognize it. They hear that soundtrack and think, this one's lucky. So casinos put Buffalo machines everywhere, sometimes entire sections filled with them. At Gold Strike Casino in Mississippi, there's literally a whole floor, 500 Buffalo variants. You know what that means? They don't need to make them generous. They just need them to roar loud enough to keep you playing. Real player reviews say it all. I played for 45 minutes, lost $300, never even got up once. That's not bad luck. That's math doing its job perfectly. And the newer versions, even worse. Buffalo Rush, Buffalo Diamond. Flashier, louder, tighter. They've evolved from slot machines into psychological traps with spinning coins and flashing fire animations designed to keep your dopamine spiking while your balance plummets. Machine number 3, Wheel of Fortune, IGT. You see it, you hear it, and instantly, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that one. The slot version of the world's favorite TV show. Bright lights, colorful wheel, familiar music, nostalgia overload, and casinos love it because everyone who grew up watching the show wants to take a spin. But here's the twist. This wheel doesn't spin for you. It spins against you. The RTP averages only 92 to 93%. That's shockingly low for a modern slot. Meaning, for every $100 you wager, you're losing more here than on almost any other big brand slot. Why so low? Because just like The Price is Right, you're paying for the brand. Those TV show rights aren't free. And guess who covers the cost? You. The base game is dull. Same spins, same repetitive sounds. And then comes the big feature, the wheel. Except that wheel? 90% of the time it lands on tiny payouts. $15 here, $25 there. Never the big numbers you see flashing across the top screen. One guy on Reddit summed it up perfectly. I hit the bonus 3 times in an hour and won less than my lunch cost. Casinos call it engagement. I call it a psychological trap. You sit there waiting for that whoosh sound, thinking, this one's it. And it never is. Here's the harsh truth. Wheel of Fortune is basically a slot machine in celebrity disguise. You're not buying entertainment. You're buying the illusion of nostalgia, and the casino cashes in every single time. It's flashy, it's loud, it's famous, and it's one of the worst returns on the strip. If you want to spin a real wheel, go outside, find a shopping cart, and push that. It'll take you further. Machine number 4, Monopoly slots, scientific games. Ah yes, Monopoly, the game that's ruined more family dinners than any other board on Earth. So naturally someone thought, let's make it a slot machine. And here we are, with Monopoly slots, one of the most infuriatingly overhyped titles ever made. The problem? It's rigged by design to feel fun while giving you next to nothing. Animations look playful, sound effects are cheerful, but the RTP is around 93%. And volatility? Brutal. You can spin for half an hour before landing any decent bonus. The go-to-jail feature? That's not cute, it's a metaphor. Because when you sit down at this slot, you're locking yourself in a low-payout prison. People keep playing because it's recognizable. Everyone knows Monopoly. Casinos stick these machines right near entrances and high-traffic areas for a reason. It's nostalgia bait for casual players who don't read payout tables. Want proof? Look at the bonus game. You collect properties and build houses, but every big win is just 5 to 10 times your bet. That's pennies on a $5 spin. One reviewer wrote, "The only thing I built on this game was frustration." So yeah, if you want to relive your childhood, buy a board game. Because in this slot, Monopoly money is the only kind you'll see. Machine number 5, Kitty Glitter, IGT. Let's be honest. Who doesn't love cats? Soft, fluffy, adorable, until they claw your wallet to shreds. That's Kitty Glitter, a slot that looks cute but plays mean. It's one of those games that fools you with charm. Sparkly graphics, meowing sound effects, little jewel icons, adorable. But the truth? It's a cold, low-payout grindfest. The RTP sits around 94%, and that's on a good day. There are almost no real bonus rounds, no fun features, no action, just basic spins that drag on forever. The free spins feature sounds exciting, until you realize it pays out like a 1998 penny slot. Most wins are barely double your bet, and getting into free spins takes ages. Fans of the game call it relaxing. Yeah, relaxing for the casino because you're slowly donating your money while watching digital cats stare at you. It's outdated, it's slow, and it's proof that nostalgia doesn't always mean fun. The only thing glittering here is your bankroll, as it disappears. Machine number 6, Michael Jackson, King of Pop. Now, on paper, this one sounds awesome. A slot with MJ music, flashy lights, and bonus rounds set to Beat It and Billie Jean. Sign me up, right? Except the game itself doesn't live up to the legend. The RTP is only 93.3%, and the volatility is off the charts. So yeah, you'll be moonwalking straight into losses. The graphics? Pretty solid for its time. But the gameplay? Pure repetition. You're sitting through endless spins waiting for that one bonus where Smooth Criminal plays. And when it finally does, you win. $18.75. That's not a thriller. That's filler. The problem with these celebrity-branded slots is simple. They're all licensed traps. The casino pays for the name, the music rights, the visuals, and the player pays for it in lower payouts. You're not paying to win. You're paying for the playlist. So yeah, if you want to enjoy Michael Jackson, stream him on Spotify. Don't feed Bally's licensing budget. Machine number 7. The Walking Dead. Zombies, chaos, dark sound design. Sounds fun, right? Well, not when your wallet ends up looking like the apocalypse too. The Walking Dead slot was supposed to be thrilling. Action, survival, suspense. Instead, it's a total grind with one of the stingiest payout systems around. The RTP ranges between 92% and 94%, depending on the version. The volatility is so high, it's practically undead. You'll sit for ages without hitting a win, and when you finally do, it's usually tiny. The bonus feature spins are cool the first time. Zombies attack, dramatic music plays. But by the third round, you realize you're the real victim here. Even loyal fans of the show admit it's brutal. I love the series, but this slot made me hate zombies. The visuals are solid, sure, but it's all a distraction from a rigged math model that keeps you chasing scraps. So yeah, the Walking Dead slot doesn't eat brains. It eats wallets. Machine number 8. Elvis. The King Lives. WMS. Another legend turned into another letdown. Elvis. The King Lives tries to mix classic charm with modern slots, but it ends up being all flash, no cash. The RTP sits around 94%, and the hit rate is painfully low. The reels are split into 2 grids, which looks cool, until you realize it doubles the confusion and halves your payouts. Bonus rounds? Underwhelming. The iconic Elvis music plays, the lights flash, you tap your foot, and then you win $12 on a $2.50 bet. It's the musical equivalent of eating dry toast. The whole slot leans on brand power, not actual game design. Fans come for nostalgia, stay for the sound effects, and leave wondering where their money went. If Elvis really is watching from above, he's shaking his head and saying, "That's not rock and roll, baby. That's robbery." Machine number 9. Deal or no deal? Blueprint Gaming. Deal or no deal? If you're smart, the answer is no deal. This one's a trap disguised as entertainment. It's got flashy graphics, a talking banker, a suitcase feature. Everything that looks like fun. But under the hood, brutal odds. The RTP can drop as low as 91.8%. That's insane. Meaning it's statistically one of the worst returns on any branded slot in circulation. And that famous bonus. You pick boxes, suspense builds, dramatic music swells, and then you win $7.50. It's basically a glorified scratch ticket that takes longer. People play it because they know the name. They want that TV show feeling. But the second you realize how the math works, it's game over. This slot's only real deal is how fast it takes your cash. Machine number 10. Top Gun. Aristocrat. Cue the guitar riff. Danger Zone. Except here, the only danger is to your credit balance. This movie-themed slot looks cool, sounds cool, even starts with jet sound effects and Tom Cruise-style swagger. But the RTP sits at 93.7%, and the bonus rounds almost never trigger. You can spin for ages without seeing those wildfighter jet multipliers. When they finally appear, the win is usually tiny, 10 times or less. One casino player said, "I felt like I was flying straight into bankruptcy." Visually, it's amazing. No argument there. But once the nostalgia wears off, it's just another branded trap that relies on movie hype instead of solid mechanics. If you want to feel the thrill of Top Gun, watch the film. It's cheaper, louder, and you'll still have your wallet by the end. Machine number 11. Game of Thrones. Aristocrat. Winter is coming. And so is disappointment. When Game of Thrones hit casinos, everyone thought, finally, a slot worthy of the Iron Throne. Epic music, dragon animations, house banners. It looks incredible. But here's the icy truth. This slot pays worse than the Lannisters' debts. The RTP is around 94.2%, and the volatility is brutal. You can sit for an hour without a bonus. And when it finally hits, it's often a small win wrapped in dramatic music. No big moments, no real fire. Just slow loss with cool sound effects. It's the same problem we've seen again and again. Licensing kills payouts. All that money spent on HBO branding and visuals has to come from somewhere. And it's your wallet. One player joked, "It's the only game where you always lose the throne and your bankroll." And honestly, that sums it up perfectly. Visually, it's a masterpiece, but the gameplay is pure betrayal. Exactly what you'd expect from Westeros. If you want drama, go watch the show. If you want a fair chance at winning, this slot should stay banished beyond the wall. Machine number 12. Sex and the City. WMS. This one's for all the Carrie Bradshaw fans out there. Glamorous, pink, full of promise, until you realize you've just spent $100 for the privilege of hearing "fabulous" on loop. Sex and the City slots look gorgeous. Neon pink reels, fancy shoes, cosmopolitans, the works. But the RTP averages around 93%, and the hit rate is miserable. You'll spin and spin while the characters cheer, but the wins? Non-existent. It's the same story every time. Branded slots with celebrity faces rarely pay. The machine's too busy trying to dazzle you with sound effects to actually let you win. Fans loved the bonus wheel with the characters, but even that's a letdown. The big win segments look promising, then reveal $5 prizes. It's like ordering champagne and getting sparkling tap water. Ironically, the slot does mirror the show. Looks expensive, burns your cash fast, and leaves you wondering what you're doing with your life. Machine number 13, Jurassic Park, Microgaming. Cue the roaring T-Rex, because here comes another flashy disappointment. Jurassic Park slots look phenomenal. The animations are movie level, the sound is cinematic, and the intro sequence gives you goosebumps. But once you start spinning, the excitement becomes extinction level. The RTP is about 95%, but the variance is massive. You'll burn through your balance waiting for free spins, and the bonus rounds, while stunning, barely pay anything. Most players report hitting 5 to 10 times wins after 20 to 30 minutes of play. And the dinosaur animations? They start to feel like a taunt after a while. One player put it perfectly. I waited 45 minutes for the T-Rex bonus and got $18.75. The real extinction was my money. It's not unplayable, just deceptive. It sells you adventure and delivers a grind. So yeah, if you want a thrill, go to a theme park. Because this slot's roar has no bite. Machine number 14, Family Guy, IGT. Freaking sweet! Well, not really. Family Guy slots was supposed to bring humor and chaos to the casino floor. Instead, it brings confusion, noise, and disappointment. The RTP is around 93.5%, and the base game is painfully slow. Sure, Stewie's lasers and Peter's one-liners make it entertaining for 5 minutes. But then reality sets in. Every bonus round feels exciting at first, but payouts are minimal. You could hit a mega bonus and still walk away with $12 on a $3 bet. That's not comedy, that's tragedy. Visually, it nails the show's style, but mathematically, it's designed to drain you while keeping you laughing. It's the slot equivalent of watching 10 episodes straight. Entertaining, yes, but your time's gone before you notice. Machine number 15, Knight Rider, Netent. Retro vibes, cool car, David Hasselhoff's voice. What could go wrong? Apparently, everything. Knight Rider looks amazing, with sleek neon visuals and synthwave music. But under the hood, it's a turbocharged money pit. The RTP is 94%, and volatility is sky high. You'll go long stretches without a single decent payout, then get a big win that barely covers 10 spins. Even the bonus round, which lets you chase wild multipliers, feels rigged. It builds excitement, flashes super win, then lands you with chump change. It's stylish, it's nostalgic, but it's hollow. If Kit were real, he'd tell you, "Michael, maybe don't waste your gas money here." Machine number 16, Jumanji, NetEnt. Another movie-themed trap. Jumanji promises chaos and adventure. You get chaos, sure, but the adventure's missing. The game looks incredible. Jungle animations, board game features, movie clips. Everything screams blockbuster. But the RTP is 94.9%, and the game's pace is so slow it feels like wading through quicksand. Bonuses take forever to trigger, and when they do, the rewards are minimal. Wild vines, sticky symbols. All flash, no substance. Players call it the longest 30 minutes of my life. And that's the problem. The game is cinematic, But it's not fun. It's a movie trailer that forgot to include the movie. So yeah, Jumanji looks wild, but the only thing you'll be exploring is the bottom of your bankroll. Machine number 17. Batman. Aristocrat. Holy disappointment, Batman. Batman Slots was supposed to bring Gotham's energy to the reels. Instead, it's like watching paint dry in a cave. The RTP sits around 93.8%, and the hit frequency is laughably low. You'll spin through dozens of rounds before landing a bonus, and when it finally happens, the Joker laughs at you. Most players walk away with a big win that's smaller than their coffee budget. To make it worse, the visuals are darker than necessary, making it hard to even follow what's happening. It's all gloom, no glory. One reviewer nailed it. It's the only slot where the hero loses every time. Batman may save Gotham, but he's not saving your bankroll. Machine number 18, The Simpsons. WMS. Doe, if there's one brand that should make for a fun slot, it's The Simpsons. But this one? It's like watching season 25. Looks familiar, feels empty. The RTP is 93%, and it's all downhill from there. Sure, you get fun animations of Homer, Bart, and Moe's Tavern, but the wins are microscopic. The bonus rounds take forever to hit, and when they do, the results are laughable. Even the humor can't save it. It tries so hard to be quirky that it forgets to be rewarding. You'll hear the same jokes on loop, while your credits vanish faster than donuts at the power plant. This slot had so much potential, but it's another case of nostalgia over gameplay. Machine number 19, The Wizard of Oz, WMS. Lions, tigers, and low payouts? Oh my. The Wizard of Oz slot is one of the most recognizable machines in any casino. Bright colors, movie clips, the yellow brick road. It's pure visual magic. But under that charm lies a very stingy math model. With an RTP of 94% and volatile bonus rounds, this one's more about presentation than playability. The follow the yellow brick road feature sounds epic, until you realize it's mostly mini wins that don't even cover your spins. Even die-hard fans admit it's a money trap. It looks like childhood, but plays like a nightmare. It's not the worst slot ever made, but it's one of the most disappointing. A perfect example of Hollywood glitz hiding Vegas grit. Machine number 20, Star Wars, IGT. And finally, a galaxy far, far away from good payouts. The Star Wars slot could have been legendary. Lightsabers, Yoda quotes. The Force, everything's there. But it's not a battle between good and evil. It's a battle between you and your balance. The RTP is 92.5%, which is jaw-droppingly low. Even the free spins feel rigged. Flashy effects, zero payoff. You'll see Jedi duels, but the only thing losing here is your wallet. One player review summed it up perfectly. I use the Force, and it still took my money. It's flashy, loud, cinematic, but cold and empty underneath. The ultimate example of how even the biggest franchises can produce the smallest rewards. So yeah, in the Star Wars slot, the house isn't the Empire. It is the Death Star. So there you have it. The 20 machines that look like winners but play like traps. From Buffalo and Wheel of Fortune to Star Wars and Game of Thrones, these games prove one thing. Flash doesn't mean fortune. Casinos build these slots to look generous. Lights, music, nostalgia. But under the hood, they're tuned tighter than a drum. Every spin, every almost win, every bonus that pays less than lunch, it's all part of the design. Here's the truth. Slots are entertainment, not opportunity. The more themed or licensed a game is, the more likely it's built to take, not give. So next time you walk past one of these machines and hear those catchy sounds calling your name, just smile, keep walking, and remember, knowledge beats luck every time. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which slot machine burned you the hardest? We'll be reading your stories, and maybe roasting a few of them in the next episode. Because in the casino jungle, not everything that glitters pays out.